What's up? How's everyone doing? Can I get a mic check? Mic check, please. What's up, chat? Just give me a little mic check here as we get going. Just trying to get a couple new audio things set up for me. Hopefully the mic is coming through. What's up, options grower? Trader 15. I see you, Linda. Good morning, good morning. Awesome. Was it? Check, mic check. There we go. Gambling Bear. Ryan Scott in the building. Trader 1. All right, guys. Let's talk about it. Let's look at it. Here, let me get this a little bit bigger for you guys, and we'll see what the day brings. I hesitate to do this, but I am pretty positive on the market today. I think we get a trendy up type of day. Oh me, I see you. I'm looking for a trend up day. I know that sounds crazy, and I hesitate a little bit to even make thoughts like that because I'm going to look at the data. I'm going to look at everything going on anyway, and we're going to see, see what the market gives us, right? I'm not here to predict, but I just think we have the right conditions to move higher. We'll go through those here in just a second. The rest. Hook map, some other things, but what are you guys watching? What do you guys think? I think we move up. That's been my claim this morning on Spaces. I think shorts cover. Maybe we get a little bit of a bid under the market, but holding above yesterday's highs is going to be the biggest key that I'm looking for. We should back test this though, as I think this through a little bit. Goodness gracious, why is this so big? No. There we go, something like that. All right, I think that was a little too big. All right, I'm getting set up here, guys. We'll see what we've got going on. So first, a quick piece of data we can look at. Actually, I like this. What's it? All right. All right, now I'm good. I just got my last little piece loaded. I was doing some reconfiguring, so a couple things all over the place here. Squawker's good. News flow's good. Charts are good. We need to look at a quick report here. And this may not happen today, but we do have an bullish outside day. So we have a 66% chance. So what this is, let me see if I can find so you open above the previous day's high, you should come back down and touch it. 66% of the time you do that, so not always. So a dip by right. Well, actually, we just touched it right there, didn't we? Yeah. That was it right there. I really think we trend and fly today. 850, same first target, 950s, and then somewhere up in here. Guys, if I go to a daily chart, your daily 9 is at 115, 20,115. I mean, surely we test that at some point. If you look back over here, we haven't tested it in a long time. It's the same on a lot of things. We're finally at the 4-hour 21, so this is your first hurdle. We get over this, I really think we can get going today. I'm a dip buyer. That's my plan. Yes, I looked at it earlier. 5,700, kind of the first target area. I should have just bought it right there at the open at yesterday's high. Dadgummit. All right, well. This is the big issue today as well. Oh me. The T word. We don't even want to hear the T word today. If we could get a quiet day there, I do think we trend up. That's my thoughts. I gave those out on Spaces this morning. That's what I think we do. So let's talk about the reasoning why. So maybe, I'm sure most of you know, most of you guys are traders in here, so most of you guys followed along, saw we had CPI this morning, 2.8, beating expectations of 2.9 and coming down previous. That was 3. That's year-over-year inflation rate. That is a good sign. It's cool. That's kind of what we needed to see, but it's not too cool to where there's a problem, right? Because you had a double-sided risk coming into this print, and I think this threaded the needle perfectly, in my opinion. Oh, this thing's not even going to give me a pullback now to get long. All right, I'm just kind of taking a lot of information in right now. This gap is big enough that we gap and go. If you're not using Edgeful, I don't know what you're doing for one, but by size, our size is 1.5 today. High chance of gap and go. Oh, let me get back over here because I want to get long. SPY is the issue right here. Wow, there's a lot developing right now. Oh, gosh. 700, just immediately bounced 40 points. I thought I'd get a better dip buy than that. I thought I could get 680s. Well, I completely missed that one at 700. Well, that's fun. Dadgummit. All right. Yeah, so Ryan, to your point here, yesterday I was talking about this a lot. When we hit that 10% mark on SPY on the daily, when we got I mean, look at this. As soon as we got to this like 10% mark down, we had a bunch of shorts start covering. They so that's a piece of the pie that I'm looking at today, or a piece of the one ingredient, I guess, in the recipe. We had a 10% move down. A lot of shorts were looking for that target to cover. They started covering yesterday afternoon. And you saw this big covering rally, and then it fell back down, which we had some data. We can talk about that here in a little bit if things get slow. Right now, I'm trying to find dip buys. And this thing's going to take off without me. It's 60 points up now. We need a second dip buy. This previous week's low. Let me get to QQQ. Yeah. I can't long right here into this, but I can long from down here. Or I can long over in a hold. And Nvidia's up 7%, Tesla's up 8, almost 9%. Comes up about 5%. You're seeing a lot of shorts covering, maybe some people flying back into those names. I mean, I really want to try to get long. Be patient, guys. You know, patience is what's worked for me. I want something like this. I don't like what IWM and you know. Guys, I'm conflicted because everything in me wants to chase this thing and get long, but the risk reward's not great. Here, what I'm seeing that I'm not like one, Microsoft's not participating in this at all. Apple is also not really participating in this at all. SPY and IWM. So the difference here: QQQ previous day's high, pushing up at the highs. Look at IWM. IWM's not doing well. SPY right in the middle of that, doing nothing. Yeah, are you seeing that? Was it seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Wait a second, ES and SPY is not. I hate this divergence with ES. I'm gonna work into a long here. There we go. Okay. All right, I can hit the long here and try it. All right, I'm long at 670 for a shot. I've got it. I have to try it here. I actually filled right here. There we go. All right, 50 points or so. I'm going to go ahead and take my first drum. I'm not convinced by this thing. That's why I trimmed it. We have bullish previous day's range for the day. We have a bullish bias on the gap fill because the gaps are too big to fill. That doesn't mean we can't come down, right? So, like, I'm not a big fan of what this is doing. But, I mean, I hold previous day's high on QQQ. I would long again at 600. I really think I need to stop out here and get back in if this happens. What's that? Do I want to get out or do I want to sit and draw down to view out? There's some massive orders underneath us right now on the book map. There's like 1,000 odd order underneath us right now, like 640s. Buyer. I'm not just loving this trade early, but I like the side of the trade that we're on. Super tempted to get out of this. I gotta trust the data. I gotta trust my trade here. Let's see. It's not looking good though. I don't fell yesterday's high. Oh, it just filled. That 1,000 lot just filled. There's my 1,000 lot buyer. Thank you, Mr. 1,000 lot buyer. I appreciate it. It's starting to get wild where I don't even want to be in a trade right now. That 1,000 lot buyer I was talking about on the book map is filled though. I don't know what to do right now. I've set my risk and set my trade. That's why I'm just kind of sitting here. Honestly, probably take it off and try it again would be the best plan of action here. All right, I stopped out. I'm going to buy it back down here. All right, I'm gonna get ready to buy this thing back. All right, I took another starter there. Ooh. This is a risky thing, though. This thing is failing. Now this is starting to get ugly. I don't like what SPY's doing. Come on, pop it up, pop it up. I need to get some trims. No, I don't do that. There's our 30-minute orb. Should have waited for this data low to get tagged before I tried it. All right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna trim right here at these ZMAs, 65. There it was. I've got a trim here and a trim here. Come on, pop, 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 pop. A little bit higher. Yeah, this isn't acting well. We just broke orb low. Oof, that's an ugly rejection. There we go. As I'm telling you, I still feel like there's a bid under this market. All right, there's my Trump. Okay, well, there's my Trump. All right, give me the 79. Come on, push. Push, 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 push. Might have been early, but I feel like I'm on the right side. Get through those EMAs. I'm long. All right, I just took another trim there. All right, trimming. We're going stop. Here. That was early that first one, guys, but I can't fade the data and I can't fade my analysis. I had to give it another shot. And since I was early, I had to take the stop out and get back in because there was no reason for me to sit in drawdown from where? From where was that? 78? It was 100 points of drawdown. There's no reason to do that. You can get out and get right back in. All right, I'm gonna look for this area. All right, chat, what are we doing? I know some of you guys caught that short. That was beautiful. We're fighting a divergence between SPY and QQQ right now. Decent bottom wicks here. Come on, get back over previous day high and we're good. And this previous week low. All right, I went ahead and put my trim right here. And then I'm looking for continuation. Here we go. Now we're moving. There's 100 points. This 15-minute looks gorgeous to me. I don't know about you guys. Hopefully, I'm not getting, I mean, I know I have data on my side, right? But hopefully, I'm not just in this moment go out. But what I'm seeing here is the data on my side, shorts covering, finally a decent positive catalyst, and we've come way down over the last how many days? I almost want to add back in right here, but I think that's risky. I'm not going to do that. Ooh. Where do you have the NQ 200? $200 daily? I have way up here. But where the daily 200? This is a daily 200. 100 points higher. Yeah, this is the 200 SMA. Are you on the 4-hour maybe? No. Oh, the 5-minute 200. The 5-minute 200 down here. I don't know. Let me know what you're saying there, Wes. Can we just get above yesterday? SPY is too weak. I don't know, it's not looking too promising. The divergence is really pulling us down here. SPY. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this look. The take off the rest of the trade if it goes much lower. I mean, I could keep my original risk, but SPY is a problem here. Yeah, nothing looks good about this long right now. The rest of this. That's why we trim along the way. It's all right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Looking at some of the biggest names, and the biggest names are not doing well. May have to wait another 15, 20 minutes, get that first hour in, see what happens. Because this first hour is first hour may end up being red. Actually, it looks like it's going to be red. The first 30 minutes was definitely red, wasn't it? Opened here, closed where? Here. Yeah, first 30-minute candle is going to be red, so that's going to be a negative against us now. IWM's making new lows. SPY is not participating here. VIX not cooling off as much as I want it to either. This is maybe a sit and wait for a little while. But what I like to do, I take my spots. If I take my spots, take my trims, and take the stop outs, it's the stop outs, whatever. I don't know how I didn't stop out there. Under or below, right on it. Probably going to take this out, 577. So this is the risk. We couldn't get over previous day's high. We couldn't get going. Oof. Yeah, Dow went red. Yeah, great point there. Is this a big old bull trap? I mean, the problem is I haven't really seen, other than that one big order, I really haven't seen a whole lot of buying going on. Just shorts kind of covering out. That's been the story of the last few weeks. Honestly, I kind of want to put this down here. I don't know, because I want to stay on the bullish outside day. Gap fills shouldn't fill. The big picture to me is still I want to be on the long side and dip buy today. If we really crush down, I mean, I'm trying to think about where that invalidates. I'm seeing buy size still, though. I don't know, guys. I'm going to stick to my thesis. Big bottom wicks are wild. Look at this. Thinking about adding again right here. But that, since I'm not confident, I don't want to add, so I'm just going to chill. And SPX is sitting on 5,600 right here. I don't know, hold the line. I mean, that's the thing, bounce back. The good thing is I trade with risk management to where I can be wrong 2-3 times, and the ones that I'm right on and the way I trim, I'm going to be fine, right? Trust the process. That's why I'm like trying to just trust my thesis, not overthink this. But I am trying to be dynamic and see if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? I don't want to like keep trying the same thing if I'm wrong. Interesting. ADD is making new lows, but Vol D is on the upside. The easiest trade, I actually agree with this a lot, the easiest trade is sitting this out and shorting if we get up to the highs, if we get up to some of those resistance points, back testing, because that's the prevailing trend, right? So like I obviously I do agree with that. Maybe I'm being a little greedy trying to take it up there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, this is starting to not look good the way it's rejecting EMAs. It's getting bought up in this area, but these are lower highs now. Well, I think we're about to take out this low. May have to wait down here at 530s. I would almost expect this to break at this point. Stop me out. All right, I can add one right here because I have a tight risk. Because if I had one right here, I'm only risking like 10 points on a little bit of bad. I'm doing this right here. Trade your plan. This is mine. Ooh, Apple's breaking new lows. How long do we got? 5 minutes to that first hour. Come on, I need a pop. Well, now we're under VWAP. Everything is looking rough. It's crazy as I'm in this long, I'm at break even. And we trimmed up here, or I trimmed up here, so we'll see what happens. We're chilling. Yeah, it's starting to look promising now. It's starting to look not as promising. We still have bottom wicks down here. I can't ignore these top wicks either, though, if we're being honest. The first time they bought this up, it felt better. This is a different action. What were the gap fill stats on SPY? 1%. Oh no, oh no. There we go. SPY's gap size is 1%. There is a minute probability that this ever fills. And Q2 slow, give me some 30. What's up, Jordy? Yeah, these gap fill stats are just absolutely terrible. Would you VIX? Do we have VIX? Short-term VIX futures, SVIXy. KB, that's all I've got. All I've got is whatever. I've never really looked at SVIX. All right, we're what, 30 seconds away, 1 minute away from getting that first hour. I like the way this looks still. I don't know, guys. I really still like it. The data's on my side. I know it looked ugly there for a minute. My emotions were starting to kick in a little bit there. You guys probably saw that. I was like, okay, well, am I wrong? Am I wrong? And plus, I'm hearing, people in spaces, everything going on. Like, everyone's got their own opinions and analysis stuff. But hey, I've got to trade my plan. Sometimes you got to tune out the noise. I trimmed out that ad, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. So like the ad that I took down here that just had a little bit of added risk, I took that off up here. So I mean, I'm sitting right at break even on the day. If this thing ends up going in my favor, it's gonna be a good day. If it doesn't, we'll try again somewhere else. All right, there's your first hour. Let me get this data refreshed here. IB, midpoint IB up here. We're sitting on this part. Let's get a nice little push here. Why not? It's a nice little push here. Vol D to go up, not come down. I do not like where SPY's at. Yep. We just broke the IB low. This is gonna make a lower low. Uh-oh, SPY's breaking. We're done. I'm about to be toast. Yep, I got stopped. It was too weak. I got stopped, chat. This will be the next area I'm looking to try. Yep, that SPY just dragging us down. I was worried about that. It's all right. Whew. I still have to look to buy dips, so for the most part, I mean, this is bearish now. Ooh, okay, maybe I need to reassess this a little bit. See if we get down here and get extended to 520s, 530. Well, it's tough because now we've broken the IV lows. 460. Was that where we're headed? Having to reassess here because my thesis was wrong. Hey, can't be right every time. Anybody tells you they're right every time. I mean, I did not expect to fill this gap though. Are we blaming Apple? Is that who we're blaming? Nah, I'll blame myself. I can be wrong. I don't have a problem being wrong. Boy, Apple is getting absolutely decimated. NVIDIA and Microsoft, the other two largest companies, are holding it. Apple getting decimated. Amazon. I'm telling you, this 530 looks appetizing though. So these other names are still doing decent though, other than Apple. Amazon doesn't look great. Previous day high on Broadcom. Ooh, Google didn't look good. Microsoft filled its gap. But NVIDIA actually does need to come back down here. Ooh, hourly 21. Does the hourly 21 hold? Those actually did flip, I guess, last night. So the first time we flipped those. That's the first time we flipped the hourly EMAs in quite a while. Since a week ago, basically 6 days ago. Oh, what are we gonna do? If Apple wasn't getting decimated here. Yeah, I've got nothing right here, guys. I could buy this dip here from the 20s to 30 from this action, but nothing's really making me excited about it. Feel better down here, 500. SPY looks awful. SPY does come down here. We may fill this gap after all. This may be an outlier day. Getting ready to try this again. Yeah, I want to take the long again. But the problem is I don't have the same thesis I had earlier. So I cannot, because of this, IB broke to the bottom side. I can't look for a new high of day, and the opening candle was red. I can only look for back to the middle, back to this area. Hold on, where's QQQ? Back to previous day's high. So this would be my long target. But I can't look for this. I can look for this on a long reclaim of IB low, maybe. Yeah, my original thesis isn't validated. That's an important thing to note because of what we did this first hour, because we broke or below IB low, and that first hour candle was red. I cannot confidently trade for long or for big targets long. SPY never got that previous day's high, did it? And the other side of the coin, if you do come back up into here, you could look to, boy, for QQQ to go red though. Some of the data is telling us, so we have some ugly chop. We've got some ugly chop based on this. We've taken out previous day's high, but we're bearish on the IB, bearish on the opening candle. Yeah. I can't do anything with this right now. This day's going to be ugly too, as far as like trying to play this. I don't know, chat. KB, you're long? 535? Oh, you got stopped. I see the comment. Yeah, I've thought about doing it here in this 500 area, but where was our overnight low? Way down here. I don't know. This is a tough look. Not for the faint of heart. So outer VWAP band, trying to hold. See if we can like come back to some of this stuff. I mean, take a long here. Maybe you get back to 77 to 580s. Maybe VWAP if you're lucky. Yeah, so my thesis of dip buying is out the window. So now the problem is can't short down here. Don't really like the longs anymore. It looks like this wants to fall back apart. There's a decent bid on the book map underneath right here. I'm not doing anything. I do think this bounces at least back up here, but I don't know. I don't see a bid under this market. This was the concern I had was if it was just shorts covering and buyers didn't come support it, and I don't really see that happening. Especially in SPY. SPY looks just absolutely awful. At this point, I want that SPY gap to fill. That would make me feel even better. But you can't target the gap fill on SPY because those stats are so bad. So what do? You don't trade it. Yeah, there's nothing promising about this right now. You should see some type of buyers getting, buyers trying to step in. You're not really seeing it. No size on the tape at all, other than underneath us a little bit at low of day. There's a decent amount of orders down there, but like right at 500, but nothing sticking out to me, chat. I may be taking a red day unless something really presents itself later. I mean, down here at the pivot point, 410, maybe I take a shot at a bounce play there. This looks like it wants to just come unglued and then maybe try to bounce it. ES is dying. SPY is going to fill the gap. Look at this. We looked at the stats on this, guys. The gap fill in SPY is terrible. There was a 20% chance if you go back a whole year, if you go back 6 months, this size gap is never filled. And look, boom, it's going to fill right here. Well, if y'all got short this morning, those of you that were seeing shorts, that was the play. Maybe down at 400, yeah. Well, I can't do anything with this. Yeah. Oh my gosh, if this gap doesn't fill in SPY and keeps the stat in place, that's going to be wild. I thought about that. I just saw it, KB. I thought about that NFP, March NFP low tested at the open. I saw that and I thought, okay, that could have been short, but we were holding above previous day high. I had to try to stay on the long side. I don't know. Gave it my 2 shots. A little bit red on the day. There's just not enough enthusiasm for me to try to get, like, try to take a third shot at it right here because I went through the data and I don't like the data. That's the biggest thing. Normally I would take a third shot at it right here if the data wasn't just terrible. It's probably really not going to fill that gap by 4 pennies. Look at this. 4 pennies. Was I on mute this last few minutes? I'm sorry. Some background noise. I think I muted my mic. So, yeah, everything about this looks bad. There's no other way to put this. That EMA 9 rejection right there was disgusting. Yeah, Penny, sorry. There's the SPY gap fill. Maybe you try it right now. I mean, that's a rare. What was the? We go back to those gap fill stats. I went back a year on SPY here. Going back a year, 83%. We did fill that. Two years of data. This happens literally 1 out of 10 times over the last 2 years. So that's where we're at in this market. Wild things are happening. Boy, this looks like it's just gonna fall all the way apart. Yeah, this thing is ugly. Ugly. Nothing I can do. I tried to save the market, guys. I tried to be bullish. Yeah, I've got nothing lining up here to even take a shot long. I mean, we're overextended, but this overextended can stay overextended the way this market's been trading, especially VIX popping back up in 26s. Tough action. I mean, why wouldn't it just fall completely apart at this point? But it couldn't even give us a full back test to get short up there either. This area is looking interesting though. Maybe down a little bit lower. Boy, this seller just came right back into the market this morning. Don't bounce here. What are you talking about? Ugly look. Yeah, you don't even have like the right shoulder argument anymore. Close the market, it's all dead. That's wild though. That size gap filling. Look, bullish biases on all of these previous days range. Bearish on the IP. And mixed here. That's the most mixed, choppy look I've ever seen. All bullish, all bearish, and then half and half. What are you gonna do? Just shoot it down one time. Oh, this is the hard part of trading, when you just sit and wait and sit and wait. Look how oversold this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reds. Was it 7 red in a row? We're double the average. Maximum red bars in a row is 13 now. Let's go back to the last 6 months. A little bit higher, 11. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th, and this thing's accelerating. Did we get the 410 area yet? Maybe I tried there. Or do we just see if that gap fills? Oof. I'm getting ready to play bounce play. This is disgusting. All right, I'm gonna try bounce play. Risk 30 for 80 here. Only thing I could have made this better is if we filled this gap. Here we go, KB. I'm not a Lone Ranger. KB tried it with me. All right. I think I need to trim somewhere. Where do I trim into, guys? 90? Do I let it go to 90? $450, should I just trim there? Probably. All right, I'm doing this right here. I'm not taking a loss on this trade. What indicator? Which one? Which one are you talking about, Brian? Oh, Brian. Wait, it's probably gonna come down for this gap now. My stop's right under that 410, 409. Trade can't go red. Probably gonna come with me and go. I don't care how the risk tolerance I have right now is very low for how this looks. Thing is, I don't see anything else that just looks good with this. SPY immediately rejecting what I would have wanted it to hold earlier. Give us like 80 points. Let's get back on the good side of the market. So this is not even getting a bounce. This is crazy. Take my profit run. Oh, Brian, you're looking at this one. That is, let me turn off the other ones here. So you see this that I'm flashing on? That's the gap fill from Edgeful. So Edgeful's got this gap fill. As it's filling, you see the area getting smaller, and then right here is where that ends. And if I go over to SPY, you see where SPY already filled it. So when it fills, that line turns yellow, and the candle highlights that filled the gap. No, this looks terrible. SPY cannot catch a bounce. Nothing's catching a bid. No, I'm out. I'm out. I closed it there. Like 15 points.
I have a lot of faith that for some of this dead cat bounce movement.
Of course. Of course. There it goes, of course. Well, the trade idea was good, but I played it safe. Well, if I would have kept my original trade here, it'd be one of those moments for me. I took one for the team right there. That's what I just took one for the team right there. I hope somebody else was long there. As soon as I got out, just ripped. One of those days. Guys, I'm going to be as transparent as anyone. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm making wins or catching these things. Like, hey, I've been wrong twice, and then I doubted myself. I'll tell you what. That first trade was basically a break-even trade because I got 2 trims off and then got stopped out at my original stop. Second trade didn't work out, so a little bit red on that. I got 1 trim off on that one. So slightly red. This trade would have made me back green right here, and I backed out of it instead of just keeping my original risk. I'm not in this trade. I'm just putting this back on here for the idea that I had. I'm red. I'm not in this trade. Even if I would have left it there. And let's see, if you wanted to keep trying to go, this would probably be your next target. That was your first target right there, 490s. Market makers got me. No, sometimes you're just not in sync with the market, guys. I think this is important. Like, so, you know, I know on these streams alone, obviously I've had a really good run on a lot of these streams. Obviously on, if you've looked at my updates, my trade accounts and stuff, especially my live account with Top Step, all those XFAs, I had a really good run, and like that's not a normal like sustainable thing. Like you don't normally go 30 days with no losses. Like that was a wild run. More average for me is going to be try to be green 4 out of 5 days of the week. That's kind of my goal personally, and you're not going to have, especially during these market conditions, things are wild right now. That's why I'm sized so far down that like I can take 4 or 5 losses in a day and still be okay. I'm trying not to do that. That's why I'm basically taking 2 small losses today, sitting a little bit red on the day, and I'm fine with it. I am live to fight again. There's a long day left. There's a lot of day left, actually. Look at this. What is it, 11:20? Well, we did finally, all these red candles I was counting, we did finally get the green candle. That's wild that we didn't fill the gap. What we did on SPY. I mean, hey, here's the thing, guys. If 8 out of 10 times something happens, I'm going to try it. And those 2 times that it doesn't happen, I'm going to eat it. Whatever. Whew. I do like the tech's not leading us down anymore because it let us down. SPY caught up. Now tech's trying to lead the recovery. That's a decent little sign here. Boy, I might have missed. I was so patient waiting on that too. What am I doing, guys? Oh, but I'm not chasing this thing back up. Anybody that maybe is just looking at it, this is a 90-point trade that I completely fumbled the bag on. I'm going to be as real as they come, guys. Fumbled the bag. That's okay. KB paper handed it too. Hey, me and KB, we're in sync here. Here's the thing, like you don't chase. I'm not chasing it. I have no reason to chase, especially on a counter trend. A counter trend trade like this, there is absolutely no point for me to chase this. Your risk profile. Yeah, so O'Brien's right here. I had my risk set. I should have just left it. I normally do. That's normally how I trade. I got a little, started thinking a little bit too much. We're all human, right? Try to trade like a machine. We're all human. But boy, did it look bad. That's all right. We'll catch another trade at some point today. Goal will be to try to still finish green on the day. But we'll see. I'm not going to take trades right here just to try to get back green on the day. Like that. That works against you more times than it works for you. Yeah. Hey, I've had poor execution today. I was wrong on my thesis. That's part of being a trader, right? Other streams I've hit, one hitter quitter, 100 points, 200-point trades. Hey, that's part of it. This is part of it. Anybody that's not ever showing you losses or showing you that they make mistakes or anything, I have trouble like following those type of people or putting any credence in what they're saying. It's like, wait a second, nobody's hitting every trade perfectly all the time. Honestly, I think that does more damage to the community than anything. I'm gonna watch this play out a little bit further. We're right at the 2-hour mark. This will be the first stream I finished red, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. I have to go back a few months. But hey, guys, I'm going to try to see if I can find an opportunity to get green by the end of the day. There's a lot of opportunity here with a VIX like this. Several setups that I can see. See if we can get to this 21 EMA right here. That would basically be full target right there, 44. The 118 points. Hey, that's it right there. So that's the problem. I think you see that too much. That's the thing. You're right here on a live stream. Good luck, showing on your screen, hey, I'm taking this, calling it out, showing where you're trimming, and never having a loss. That's crazy. No, that's crazy. I don't know anybody like that. I trade with some really good people. But the thing is, I did respect my stops. The biggest mistake I made was not respecting this, not just letting my wrist stay set. Down 1,200 today, Javier. Hey, no problem. It's part of the game. If you have winning days, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever size you're trading, you're gonna have losing days in there too. It's part of it, part of the process. And I like catching myself making simple mistakes right here on this stream, and that's fine. I'm gonna review it later. I'll go over it and I'll learn from it, but hey, I'm not gonna be immune to those. And I think it's important to show this. And that's why I like watching other streams. So like, I watch a lot of other traders on stream, and I like, you know, I'm observing them. How are they handling their emotions, their thesis, their losers, their winners? Are they just making excuses when something doesn't go for them? It's all the process. That's it. All part of the process. Well, guys, I always like to look at things before we go on. So just a quick review here of what we've got going on as I get to the end of the stream. So let's see if I can make that a little bit bigger. Hopefully you guys can read this. I'll do something like this, make it a little bit better. All right, so the gap fill, we don't really have to pay attention to this because this all has played out. But this right here, this is previous day's range. All of these things are bullish. So all of the top tickers outside of Apple, all the top tickers in, well, Microsoft as well, because it didn't touch anything. But all of these outside of Apple, we should close green on the day. Okay, now there's a caveat there. So we should close green on every one of these tickers you see bullish. There's stats are going to be different between each one, but we should close green on there. We should close green on QQQ and SPY. Right now we are green on both. Okay, now at the same time, the IB is bearish. So that means we should not be looking for longs. We should not look for new high of days. Maybe the midpoint of the IB at best. There's a lot of stats. Make sure go into Edgeful, check out the stats and stuff if you want to see that. The IB report, and then this right here, opening candle continuation. This is mixed. So we have what? QQQ and SPY, opposite of what they said, they're both bearish. Now we have several of the big weighted stocks that are bullish: Netflix, Costco, Broadcom, and Nvidia. But then we have Apple bearish, Microsoft bearish, Amazon, Meta, and Tesla all bearish based on the opening candle, that first 60 minutes of the market. That's tough. What do you do with that? What do you do with that? And then remember we looked at, here, let me back this out a little bit. Remember we looked at this, we didn't finish, we didn't close this gap, and it says bullish bullish because of the data here. So we gapped up. I keep clicking customize and sit here. We gapped up by 1.59. That's the biggest category. So we didn't fill this. We got what, pretty close. We didn't fill this, and we shouldn't have filled it based on probability. SPY the same way. We shouldn't have filled it. We did. We shouldn't have filled it because I was going back. I was showing this data a little bit earlier. Buy size on SPY was in this category. This hasn't happened over the last 6 months. We just hit the 21 EMA, by the way. If we go back a year on that same size for SPY, we've had 6 of these and only 1 is filled. It's just not a common thing that this happens, right? All right, so the only thing that I'm looking at here, if we get back here to here, 588, that's your orb low and your VWAP. That's probably your short opportunity. I don't know if I'm going to take that, but either way, we'll see. Because I've taken 2 losses and I fumbled a trade, I don't want to tilt. I don't want to get going. So I'm going to kind of reset my brain a little bit here. That's why I'm kind of going through the data. I'm going to reset my brain. I'm going to give things a little chance to settle down. A lot of day left, right? What time is it? 11. What time is it right now? 11:30 Eastern. A lot of day left. Look at all this day left. A lot can happen, right? So I'll wait, be patient for another opportunity. We'll see if we can't save a green day out of this. But just be careful, because when I look at this, Here, let me go back to what's in play. When I see bullish bias here, bearish bias here, bearish bias here, bullish bias here, that's a tug of war. And then the other tug of war, obviously, QQQ was sitting in fairly strong this morning, and SPY absolutely led the way down. Just absolutely led the way down. Now, can we hold and bounce back up? I don't know. Do we come back test up here? Where's that IB? There we go. So SPY's about to hit that IB low right there at 588, basically. So we'll watch for that. Hopefully, hopefully we find another trade today. If we don't, it's not a big deal, right? And I will be back right here on Friday again, and we'll see if we can turn our fortunes around a little bit. But I'm always going to be real with all you guys. And of course, anybody has any questions, first off, make sure if you're not trying Edgeful, go sign up and try Edgeful. Give it a shot. The indicators, the data, knowing that this is a chop city type of day now because I've got different things pulling against each other, that is very pertinent information that I always want to know in my trading throughout the day. The indicators are amazing as well. That's what you see, all these Edgeful indicators over here. So, and then, yeah, if you have any questions, shoot me a DM. I'm always happy to try to help. Obviously, I have a busy schedule at times, but I always try to get back to every single DM that I get from people. If you have a question, especially if you have a question on Edgeful, reach out to me. I'll give you my insights on it. Obviously, guys, if you're using Edgeful, you have the ability to sit down, do a call, a walkthrough with the guy that created it. Like, it's not just some tech support team. It's Andre himself. Sits down and takes you through stuff. So leverage that to your advantage when tools are out there. Take advantage of them. Boy, I absolutely fumbled the bag today. That's all right. It happens, guys. It happens. All right. That's the end of the stream. We've hit the time frame. What can you do? Chalk it up to the game. It's all part of it. March Madness is still in full effect. We'll see what the market does from here. Guys, I'm right back here on Friday, and we'll try to, like I said, we're going to turn those fortunes around on Friday, get some nice trades going. And, hey, we survived in advance. Those, look, my man Jayhawk just popped in the chat right here. Survive in advance, right? March Madness time. Jayhawk fan knows all about that. My man over in Lawrence. Hope you're doing well, my friend. But yeah, hey, survive in advance. That's what I'm doing during this market period. Boy, this is frustrating. The FOMO is crazy right now watching this. Like, I'm 100% feeling it. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not, but I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm going to reset and wait for my next swing, my next at bat, and we'll go from there. But boy, this would have been a great trade if, it's 150 points. But hey, it happens. All right, O'Brien, Jayhawk, appreciate you stopping in right here at the end. Appreciate you as well. Bounce Back was in here. Ape Addict was in here. Javier, my friend Javier. Amigo, ¿cómo está? Saw you in here. Mente was in here. I got a bunch of people in here earlier as well. Shout out to all you guys. KB was in here. Penny stopped by. Consistency stopped. Omi, my man Omi, always stopping by. KI, que pues. All right, guys. Hope you have a great, profitable day. I'm going to reset a little bit. We're going to find some more trades. I'll be around. I'll be on Spaces, I'm sure, the rest of the day. I'll be in my Discord as well, or the Discord I participate in as well over there. Check out Wolf Financial. Check out Edgeful. Stop what you're doing. Check it all out. Back right here Friday. Rest of the day, I'm on Spaces. Take it easy, guys.